Any signs of active systems? Elena's training as a military officer warred with her scientific curiosity. First contact protocols demanded caution, but the researcher in her burned to understand how such a construction was possible. That's the strangest part, Rodriguez continued, pulling up holographic displays that showed the planet's cross-section. Everything appears to be in standby mode. The energy signatures suggest massive fusion reactors distributed throughout the outer shell, but they're operating at minimal capacity. Like the ship is waiting. Lieutenant Webb's console erupted in a cascade of alerts. Commander, we're detecting movement. The planet's rotational velocity is increasing. Gravitational readings are shifting. Elena felt the deck plates vibrate beneath her feet as their research vessel's AI automatically adjusted position. Through the viewport, she watched in fascination as continent-sized panels along Kepler 442b's surface began to reconfigure themselves. What had appeared to be natural mountain ranges revealed themselves as sophisticated antennae arrays, their crystalline structures catching and refracting the distant star's light into complex patterns. "It's responding to our presence," Rodriguez whispered. "The electromagnetic signatures are intensifying. I'm reading massive power surges throughout the internal superstructure." A deep, resonant hum filled the research vessel, not heard, but felt through the hull itself. The planet ship was awakening, its systems cycling through startup sequences that had remained dormant for millennia. Elena realized they were witnessing technology so advanced it might as well be magic, engineering that transformed entire worlds into vessels capable of crossing the galaxy. "Open a channel to Fleet Command," Elena ordered, her voice steady despite the magnitude of what they discovered. "Priority Alpha transmission. Tell them we found evidence of a spacefaring civilization operating on scales we never imagined possible." As Kepler, for 42b, continued its awakening, Elena understood that humanity had just discovered they were not alone, and that the universe contained wonders beyond their wildest dreams. The planet-sized starship represented either humanity's greatest opportunity or its greatest threat. Only time would reveal which. Webb nodded slowly. The Retribution had been humanity's most closely guarded secret for 15 years. A dreadnought built not for exploration or defense, but for one singular purpose: absolute destruction. Its fusion cores could power entire cities. Its quantum cannons could crack planets. Its experimental singularity torpedoes could collapse stars. "Target their flagship," Webb ordered. "Full power to primary weapons." The Retribution's hull began to glow as exotic matter conduits channeled unimaginable energies to its weapon systems. Space around the battleship warped visibly as gravitational fields fluctuated. Aboard the Zorathi command vessel, warning alerts screamed through every neural pathway. Vexthera's compound eyes widened in recognition, and for the first time in her 3-century military career, fear. "Evasive maneuvers!" she shrieked. "All power to..." The Retribution fired. A lance of pure annihilation erupted from its primary cannon. Not plasma, not antimatter, but something beyond conventional physics. The beam struck the Zorathi flagship and simply erased it from existence. No explosion, no debris field. One moment the crystalline dreadnought was there. The next, it was gone. The remaining Zorathi vessels recoiled as if struck by a physical blow. Their formation, maintained perfectly through countless battles, dissolved into chaos. Secondary strikes from the Retribution's quantum batteries reached out like fingers of destruction, each shot claiming another alien warship. Within 10 minutes, the invasion fleet was in full retreat, their survivors broadcasting frantic warnings across subspace channels. The humans, they reported, were not the primitive civilization they appeared to be. They were something far more dangerous, a species that had learned to weaponize the fundamental forces of the universe itself. As the last Zorathi vessel vanished into hyperspace, Webb allowed himself a small smile. The Retribution had done its job. Humanity's secret was revealed, but their world was safe. The galaxy would learn a new truth today. Never underestimate a species desperate enough to turn their greatest scientific achievements into instruments of war. Earth's blue oceans gleamed peacefully in the starlight, unmarked by conquest.